In this video, we're going to take a look at the PHP error log. The log table displays all PHP errors on your WordPress installation that have been captured by the log according to your configuration options. Above the log table, you can find the Bulk Actions drop-down menu. Log table filters, enabling you to filter the log by error level or error source. And the log search, enabling you to search the log by error message. By default, the error log is sorted by the last date an error occurred, in descending order, meaning that the most recently encountered errors are displayed at the top of the log. You can change the sort order of the table by clicking any of the highlighted column headings, enabling you to sort by count, how many times an error has occurred, the date the error first occurred, or the date the error last occurred, in either ascending or descending order. For each error in the log table, the following information is displayed: the PHP error level, the source of the error, either a specific theme, plugin, or WordPress core, the error details, including the error message, and the file and line number where the error occurred, a count of how many times the error has occurred, and the date and time when the error first occurred and last occurred. Hovering over an error in the table will reveal the action links, including the option to view further error details, as well as delete and ignore the error. Clicking the View Error Details link will open a modal window containing further details about a specific error. The sidebar contains basic data about the error, including the error source, an overview of the occurrences of the error, including when the error first occurred, last occurred, total occurrences, and a chart showing occurrences over time. The environment data shows an overview of the WordPress and PHP versions that this error has been detected with, and there is also a sharing link to allow you to share a link directly to this error, for example to share with a developer or colleague. Note that they will need access to the Logtastic plugin to be able to view the error. In the main area, there is a table showing each recorded occurrence of the error, including the date and time of the occurrence. For theme and plugin errors, the theme or plugin version number will be shown, as well as the WordPress and PHP versions. If capturing stack traces is enabled in the log settings, there will also be a link to view the full stack trace associated with each error occurrence. The PHP stack trace shows a detailed record of the function calls and file execution path that led up to the error or exception. It shows the exact sequence of scripts, functions, methods, and line numbers involved in the process, and can be a useful tool to help developers pinpoint exactly where and why a problem occurred. In Logtastic, the stack trace is presented in a visual, easy-to-digest format. When capturing stack trace arguments is enabled in the log settings, the stack trace will also show the arguments passed to each function. At the bottom of the modal window are buttons to either delete and ignore the error. You can delete an error either via the Delete button on the View Error Details modal, the Delete link on the main log table, or you can delete multiple errors at once via the Bulk Actions at the top of the log table. When deleting an error, you will be prompted for confirmation before the delete operation is carried out. Once confirmed, the error will be deleted from the log, along with all related data, such as occurrences and stack trace data. This operation is permanent and cannot be reversed. As well as deleting an error, you can also choose to delete and ignore an error. As well as deleting all data related to an error, this option will also prevent future occurrences of this error from being logged. If you later wish to start re-logging occurrences of this error, you can remove it from the Ignore list on the PHP Error Log Settings page. Let's take a quick look at the settings for the PHP error log. The PHP error log offers a number of configurable options to customize which errors are captured by the log, the level of detail recorded, and how long data is retained. The error level option allows you to select which PHP error levels to log. You can find further details on the different PHP error levels in our support article on Understanding PHP Error Levels. The scope option allows you to select which sources to log errors for. You can select one or more of the following options: WordPress core errors, errors originating from core WordPress files; theme errors, errors originating from WordPress theme files; and plugin errors, errors originating from WordPress plugin files. For theme and plugin errors, the configuration page offers a further option: all themes or plugins, all themes or plugins except selected or selected themes or plugins only. Where possible, the PHP error log can attempt to capture a full stack trace, also known as a backtrace, for each error. The stack trace records a list of the functions, and optionally the arguments passed to those functions, that were called leading up to an error being generated. This can be a useful tool when debugging errors. You can select whether or not stack traces should be logged and whether or not stack trace arguments should be logged. The log retention setting allows you to manage log storage by defining how long captured errors and their occurrences are stored for. The available options are: keep records indefinitely, delete records after 30 days, or delete records after 7 days. The default error handling option allows you to choose whether or not errors are also passed to PHP's default error handler, which typically takes care of error logging on your server, for example by recording errors in your server's error log files. If you have ignored any errors via the delete and ignore action on the View Error Log page, these will be displayed here. If you no longer want to ignore a particular error, you can click the Stop Ignoring button next to that error. Any future occurrences of that error will then be logged. We hope the video has been useful. You can find more information in our in-depth product documentation at logtastic.net/support or request a product demo at logtastic.net/demo.